So you just found out your child's been diagnosed with autism. Well, that's an interesting experience, isn't it? I remember when my child was diagnosed, I didn't even make it home that night. I ended up checking myself and her into a hotel about an hour outside of where we live and cried myself to sleep. But then I woke up in the morning, got us all dressed, and headed home and realized, okay, here we go. What are we going to do now? I want to talk about food because it's a really easy thing. It's obviously something we do every day. We eat, which I personally love. But what your child is eating will greatly affect how he or she behaves. And so one of the easiest suggestions, and I say easiest and you might go, no, that's so hard, would be to remove any and all sugar from your child's diet. Now, how are you going to do this? Because probably if you check the packaging on a lot of the stuff you buy, there's sugar in a lot of things, even toothpaste. But what I did was one night, a group of fairies, gnomes, leprechauns descended upon my home and removed everything in my house that had sugar in it. We walked around the house. Oh my God, I think somebody's been here. It was quite funny actually, but the point was we had to just get the sugar out of the house quick. And that includes, of course, things like ice cream, pop, chips, etc. So my first suggestion would be that, to remove all the sugar you can from your household. And I guarantee you, you will see a remarkable change in your child's behavior just from that. If you want to go on, and for bonus points, let's say, incorporate something else, I would minimize the amount of intake of carbohydrates altogether that your child eats. So these are the breads, the pastas, the pizzas, anything that's carb, even fruit, minimize the fruit. They can eat fruit, but ideally it would be organic. And secondly, you want a minimal amount of fruit intake. So what is my kid supposed to eat, you're going to ask me? I mean, you've basically taken out my whole diet. Trust me, there's so much food that your child, my daughter is the biggest eater. She's amazing, the amount of food she can consume. But you're going to have to make a little bit of a change here. So looking at a lot of proteins, if you aren't vegetarian, any kind of organic meats, chickens, eggs are an awesome staple. Certainly nuts, if your child isn't allergic to nuts, there's an array of nuts. Nut flours you can bake with. Honey is great for these kids. You want to buy unpasteurized honey. And you can cook with them. And I'm going to recommend to you a woman who basically spent her life researching how foods affect our guts and how we digest food and how it affects disease. And her name was Elaine Gottschall, and she's passed over. So she wrote a book called Breaking the Vicious Cycle, and it's the SPCD diet. And we did that diet with Julianne for 2 years. And it was amazing because even within the first 2 weeks, we saw incredible results that were noticeable to everybody, even the cynic. It's an amazing book. If you want to go out and find it, you can find it on Amazon. Your local bookstore will have it. She started off working with people who had Crohn's and celiac, and then it just, as autism got bigger, people started to try the diet with autistic people and saw amazing results, and we did as well. Within 2 weeks of using the diet with Julianne, we saw remarkable changes in her level of eye contact. She started to calm down. She was more sociable, more willing to share. There was noticeable changes just from diet alone. So that would be the first thing that I would recommend that you do, is move your kitchen all around. So it's really not that hard. I know it probably feels challenging at the moment, but once you get into a rhythm of it, once you start finding new recipes, once you start realizing foods that you can buy that are still quick, like I will mention my sponsor right now, Cooking Greens has a great line of organic kale, organic spinach that is frozen. It's flash frozen. You can pop it into into a smoothie, and your child's getting great nutrition, but great vitamins and no sugar. Okay, I'm here for you, and I really believe that this will be a great journey for you. I really believe these children are here on purpose. So check in anytime and know that you are being supported.